Hello, today I will be discussing RPC's chapter 4 on topic of music and back to chapter 5 of the Rhetorical Analysis, the resources of argument. In the Reading Pop Culture chapter 4 it consists of four articles, one by Hollander, Wilkinson, Anderson, and Vasquez. In Hollander's article, Elevate My Mind, Identities of Women for in Hip Hop Love Songs, Hollander gives many examples of how women are treated in hip hop or how they perceive a character. Some of them, when it comes to love, some of them are either one of two ways. They're either defending women, they're being a feminist, telling about all the bad stuff men have done to them when it comes to love, or their other characteristic in hip hop is that they're going to be the ride or die to the guy, that they'll be loyal to only one man, and that is he. And so he brings in examples of like songs such as Beyonce's and Jay-Z's where they're like, oh, I'm going to be the only one for you, or other examples that women have to be aggressive and that they can stand up for what they believe in as to what is love, and how they can't be in them. There's no middle ground. They have to be one or another. And the same thing in similar ways goes to men, where they have to be the dominant figure when it comes to their songs in hip hop, where then it changed as to like they'll be the ones caring for them. So there's always gonna be, in a way, roles in music. You have to stick onto that persona when it comes to all the other tracks they release. In Wilkinson's country music article, it explains how country music has an optimism to life. It's a way of conservative music to them. It stimulates life, like it shows like the beginning, the middle, the end, how they grew up and the child in the farm, how they're gonna stick that way, and how they find their childhood sweetheart is gonna be the love of their life. So they take the pleasures of the simple life. There is low openness to what it means to be them. They had to stick to one thing and one thing only. But at the same time, though it may seem like they're following one strict code within the music, there is there's a comfort to the people because they know that's how they're gonna want to live their life. It makes them seem more relaxed. And what you see is what you get. So whatever you experience is what's gonna happen to you. In Anderson's Just by Perfect Pitch, it talks a lot about autotune and how autotune has become very present in today's songs. It's an it's when the people can get their pitch correct, and like that's the way to fix it, since they can't all do it. Some artists want to do it all in one take and not do any redos. And to them, it seems like it's manipulating music, but at the same time, there are artists who constantly use it, or that's their trademark, such as T-Pain. His trademark is using constant auto tune and constant auto tune. That's how people know him for, or how people believe that once they use auto tune, they're like, oh, they can't really sing. But at the same time, auto tune can also be bad because artists don't want to admit that they use it. They think, oh, we can't say, if not, then they won't believe that's my voice, even though they do have a voice, just that they want to correct it without really trying themselves, without trying to get that perfect pitch over and over again. And the author, by the end of the article, compares autotune to makeup because you're covering faults, you're covering what's truly there. And in Vasquez's Risks of Passage, Vasquez talks about how music, it's it's hard to be at times multicultural because coming from different backgrounds, it's hard to find something you can connect to. And at the same time, music is personal. Music tells a story, so you want to find a way to relate to that story. Like, oh, I'm represented through that artist's lyrics, I'm represented through that tune. Like, I know I can find myself. So they talk about their own experiences, how them and a friend went to other places to find different groups that have the rock that they liked in the American culture, but at the same time, what they carried in their Mexican culture and what they feel. And there are artists who at the same time, they're not trying to be political when it comes to their music. They just want to express a message and express their voice, just as there's many other voices in the States. And relating this to the Rhetorical Analysis, Chapter 5, the resources of argument, in all these articles, each author brings in a source, like they bring in their reasoning as to why what they're expressing is true. And like they're bringing examples like certain songs or certain artists, and how it does shape, how music does in a way shape what succumbs into their life, like what's surrounding their life.